dance program is specifically about bringing the art of dance into clinical wards, where there is a lot of physical rehabilitation work going on, such as physiotherapy, occupational therapy, but this just brings in the element of what dance can be, which is more spontaneous, more personal. It's a way of working with people that brings out what is working well for them. So they bring a lot of themselves to the sessions that we run. And uniquely, it's been able to run over many weeks, over many months, in fact over several years now, which means that we can really work with the staff. The staff are included in the sessions. They're encouraged and trained to participate and be the facilitators alongside myself and Deborah Courtemain, which lends a real richness to the sessions. Relationships are formed, and both patients and staff come away from the sessions not only having moved and engaged in something positive, but knowing each other a little bit better, which feeds directly into their rehabilitation, their sense of well-being and their sense of agency, and a real focus on getting better and coming back out of hospital.
So my background is that I'm a qualified nurse and I'm a falls prevention coordinator for Addenbrooke's Hospital. I'm also a dancer by background, and I was very excited to work with Filipa Pereira-Stubbs to actually co-produce this dance programme for the hospital. We originally started with a pilot at the end of 2013, which was very successfully received. That we carried on with funding through various routes, and in 2017 we were lucky enough to get Dunhill Medical Trust gave us 2 years funding to work with in the Department of Medicine for the Elderly, so we've managed to run the programme 2 days a week, covering 6 wards. I was a little apprehensive about having live musicians and how it would impact on the dynamics of the actual dance programme. And it does change the dynamic slightly. However, it is having music within the hospital, I think, is really important.
So for the past 4 weeks, we've had the Academy of Ancient Music coming in, bringing specifically 3 extremely talented musicians with their instruments to come in and really give the patients an opportunity to feel, to embody what it is to move when the music is being played directly to you, for you. And the nature of these instruments, the cello, the violin and the guitar, are such that they have such resonance and such immediacy that immediately allows the patient a more direct experience of music. You can see it impacting on their movement. You can see it impacting on their emotions. The musicians work very sensitively to the structure that we've already established, so they will come in and improvise where it's possible. They will match the music that they're playing to the mood of the patients, which we see as a core value, that we work with people where they are at. So they bring in sounds that can really reflect the nuances of a patient's movement range. Some of the patients that we work with, most of the patients we work with, are very, very ill. And to be able to come in with such sensitivity and such beautiful music really has been a delight and a joy, and has allowed an aspect of improvisation that has been really interesting to see.
Yeah, I've done quite few work with dancers, but this is very new experience and just small movements. It's but it has some meaning, I felt, and so I could respect the person, which moves very slowly, and I felt very, very kind of happy, and it's a moving experience to play with them. That's my experience.
I think it's very much a conversation that you have between the patient and if you like, the practitioner. But there's also that conversation going on between movement and dance.
Yes.
And if you're open to the way you have conversations and you're empathic, I think you just absorb that in the moment. You understand what's needed.
We were very excited about making new music, and that's something, the Academy of Ancient Music has commissioned new composers, so it's keeping our orchestra up to date in the 21st century. So very interested in working with composers, and Colin seemed an obvious person who's worked in this field. He's done a lot of education work, he's a fantastic improviser and collaborator and composer, so it was sort of, for me, it was an obvious person to ask. We love playing on our old instruments, our gut instruments, our gut strings, our old bows. They're very folky. That's I think something that probably we'd all like to explore in the orchestra is improvisation, which was definitely everywhere in music making of long ago.
Valerie, how did it feel to be moving with your eyes closed?
It felt great. It really did. I sort of wandered off into little areas as well. Little bits of me or bits of somebody else's. It was nice.